This episode is brought to you by Dallas Hemp Co., home of the Infused Dinner.
I know you do a lot of work. You've done a lot of work with Yellow. You done work with 3, shit for sure.
Yeah, for sure. I work with all three.
But your guys Trap. Like, what's the difference between working with all 3 of them guys right there?
For sure, they all different personality wise, but like certain clients over the years have been more than clients. They become friends. You know what I'm saying? We establish relationships outside of music that have nothing to do with music. I can call you and talk to you about your kids or your girl or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Life shit that don't got nothing to do with music.
Yeah.
And you just don't make them connections with everybody, and I don't think you're supposed to. You feel me? Like, I'm not the most personable person sometimes, so I don't feel like, you know what I'm saying, I'm everybody's cup of tea, but that's cool to me. Like, the ones that fuck with it, and Trap just one of the ones who always, like, was a cool nigga, like, for sure. And as we worked, a friendship developed, so it's like I say, it's way beyond the music at this point.
On some 100 shit, did you, although you're an engineer, did you ever feel like you was in danger of anything because of the situation?
Fuck you mean? Definitely. I've been in some tense situations. Luckily, you know, like, nothing ever happened. It was all, you know, speculation, but like just being around people that things are happening to, it definitely could be like nerve-wracking at times, you feel me? Like, but I ain't never been in a situation where bullets flying and shit. So thank God, you know what I'm saying? But
how is it in the studio working with Trap? How's his? I can see his work ethic as far as like what he dropping, but like, how is his work ethic in the studio?
Bro, really a complete artist.
Yeah.
Like, within a few seconds of listening to the beat, he know if he want to rap on it or not. You know what I'm saying? It ain't finna be no long drawn out process. If he go in the booth and we working on this beat, and he get 2, 3, 4 bars in and don't like the direction, delete it. Let's start over. That ain't it. And a lot of artists don't be sure themselves that way. They'll force it. Like, if they wrote these lyrics or they thought about these lyrics to this beat, they'll constantly try to force it into that beat, and maybe it might work and it might not, but like, he don't force it on nothing, so it just be like, he real easy to work with, and he know how to use Pro Tools and shit too. Like, one of the few artists where he could look at that hoe and tell you and show you how to do whatever he's trying to get accomplished in certain ways.
What's your take about engineers getting their cut of the pie when it comes to just music? When it comes to
Man, it's crazy that you have to negotiate so hard for this shit when we so pivotal in the outcome of the actual song. You know what I'm saying? Like, in real life, I know for a fact producers and artists know, like, oh yeah, we gotta work with a great engineer.
For sure.
Like, once you ain't playing with it no more and you taking it serious, you understand the importance of an engineer. So if we so important in creating art, why should we have to haggle the way we do for royalties? Like, don't get me wrong, it's some engineers that demand royalties.
Yeah, for sure.
If you work with them off rip, you gonna sign this contract and say that, but like, it's like the NBA. To start demanding contracts like that, you gotta have a hell of a resume. So I just gotta make my resume longer. You feel me?
Yeah, and resume wise, who all have you worked with?
Man, I work with a lot of people. Like, pretty much everybody in Dallas. Like, minus Big X. The Big X, like, one of the few artists that I never touched, like, ever.
Yeah.
But outside of that, like, from the new Dallas to the old Dallas to even some of the boogie rappers, like, I done worked with some of them too, because when I was coming up engineering with Bud, like, he was still engineering for T Cashes and you know what I'm saying? Who else was like still Gator Man and people, just different people from an earlier era was still coming to the studio, you feel me? And so nigga work with most of Dallas, and I'm gonna catch like a lot of the outsiders that come through here and book them features with the local artists. You feel me? A lot of them bring them to the studio.
Nah, for sure. And I'm gonna touch the bases back on that engineer getting credit situation. As an artist, I'm gonna be real with you. I always say the producer got the easiest job because it's just like it may take you 10 minutes to cook up a beat, right? And yeah, you got your equipment, but the artist gonna buy that beat. He gonna buy the artwork. He gonna buy the video. He gonna buy the studio time. The artist gonna be thousands of dollars in the hole before he get to see anything. And then when they goddamn song blow up, guess who's gonna sit there and eat off of it?
But also, the artist start eating way before the producer ever see a check. Most of the time. Most of the time, bro, by the time a producer get a check, bro, that song is already through the stratosphere.
But do you think it's fair that the artists got to put so much time and finances behind a track in order for it to get to the next level? And
nah, for sure.
It's a lot. I mean, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm good with the even season.
I put it to you like this. You said a track that took him 10 minutes to cook up. But usually a nigga that can make a badass beat in 10 minutes, he put years of training and working to get to the level that he could produce a beat in 10 minutes. So you not paying him for his time. It's never about the time. It's about the piece of art that he's able to deliver you, and it just happens that he can deliver it to you swiftly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But does that cheapen what the art is because he able to do it fast? Like, if a nigga came to your house to fix your plumbing and he could do it in 3 minutes, can you tell him he still can't charge you 500, 600, 700, 800, whatever that was gonna be? Like, bro, that's kind of what I'm saying.
That's not the problem, though. Well, it's not a problem either way, but I'm just saying the money that has to be put behind said work in order for said work to even be noticed.
1,000%.
You know what I mean? Because
like the artist, the artist is
beat.
definitely putting in way more eggs in the basket than the producer when they're doing proper business. A lot of times, for sure. Because like you said, you might even be paying to open up. You know what I'm saying? You got to pay DJs to play the shit.
Yeah.
You et cetera, the blogs to post it. We can go on and on and on about artist expenses, but again, I'm gonna just say it like this. It's not really the people creating the art problem about the budgeting. That's your problem.
Yeah.
Because when the labels take on a song and a project, they don't have no problem shitting out these enormous sums of money to get the business taken care of quickly, swiftly, and in a timely manner. So it's really like independent artists are a lot of times going up against a label budget, you feel me?
Yeah.
And it's just like, as much as you can get some independent money and we could work together, but that only works a lot of times if both people like the art.
Yeah.
If the artist is invested as much as the producer, is the only time that can work where y'all can collaborate, maybe cut corners on the money and the business and try to grow something
Nobody's doing
organically. But when it's a pay-for-play situation, you got to pay or don't get played.
Yeah, for
sure. It's simple and plain. Like, it ain't no way around the business. Like, it's